Hey guys, this is a dog training secrets they don't want you to know about moving off leash section. Okay, so let's get right into it. The power of off leash control. Why do you want off leash control? Your dog's great now. You followed, by this point, or if you're watching this and haven't started yet, over the next week, if you follow what I show you above, your dog will be pretty much, transformed and you have a perfect dog. So, what is this? What is this off leash control? This is very important, even if you're not going to have your dog off leash in public. And despite leash laws, the powers and the freedom and the trust you will now have with your dog. Also, the safety you create by knowing no matter what, even if you leave your door open, your dog will never take off and bolt on you. You'll have that control. Even if it does go out the front door, it'll know to stay around and not take off like every other dog you see out there. There's a trusting bond that you get with your dog that nothing else can do, and it gives you peace of mind. It's also that your dog is the happiest dog ever. It'll create a stress-free, happy dog. Also, it'll also give you the ability to have your dog around you wherever you choose, meaning you have your family over, or you go to a barbecue or a picnic, without those typical fears most people have. Also, the freedom you give your dog is one of the biggest rewards, if not the biggest reward for a dog, rather than a life being jailed up and chained up on a leash or caged up in the house all the time. This is the greatest gift you can give your dog. Now, I'm going to go over why every dog owner must have this off leash control. As I mentioned in the last slide, it's the safety that you get and the peace of mind you get. When you have off leash control, you don't have to worry. You could leave your dog outside in an open backyard and you know it won't run away on you. You know it won't get into trouble. You know it won't bite somebody because you have this off leash control, even when he's not in your presence. It enhances your life. You get to enjoy a dog for what a dog is. Okay, you don't have to always worry about your dog. You can actually enjoy the dog to its fullest. It knows the rules and boundaries that you set, and it lives within those happily, off leash if you want. Now you can take your dog everywhere. There's now depending on the leash laws, and there's certain areas where you can take your dog. You can take your dog to for example, like an outlet mall. You walk around. I do this all the time. You walk around outside without a leash on. The stores are dog friendly. You can go in the stores without a leash on, and the reaction you get from people is, there's nothing else like it. Um, it's amazing to have that with your dog. You become like a celebrity when you walk around with a dog off leash like that. There's really no feeling like it. Aside from that, it's just your dog is happier because he gets to live around you like a family member, and you're happier because you're a dog lover and you finally get to take your dog wherever you want to go. It's amazing to have that choice. The main reason is it creates a true bond with the dog, the true trust, not this fabricated trust that people think they get with treats, but a true bond that you get with a dog is because the fact that it trusts you that much to stay around within your boundaries and not run off on you, that my training creates. And you can get off leash control just with what I showed you with dog training secrets they don't want you to know about, the basic main course. But this is for people that want the advanced, like you can easily have, most people do get off leash control just from that, but this is for people that want the ins and outs and the advanced part of being off leash. More importantly, the trust you have in your dog. You're not worried your dog is going to run off on you. You're not worried your dog's going to go in a bush or see a bunch of people at the park and not come back to you and embarrass you. You have this trusting bond with your dog that you trust in your dog, and that's peace of mind for you. And ultimately, a dog. Why did you get a dog in the first place? To hamper and hurt your life and make it a stressful life, or to enhance your life? And doing this enhances your life as well as the dog's life. How long does it take to get this big off leash control that you're hearing of right now? Honestly, I can get a dog off leash. My dog Zeus, the one you've seen, was off leash, perfectly off leash in about 9 days. I would say about 99% in 9 days, and then 2 weeks it took to get the full off leash control. You can have a dog pretty much fully off leash control in about 2 to 3 weeks. If you work a lot, you just don't have the time. The 45 minutes a day to spend with the dog. I mean, a month, 2 months. But that's, I mean, even that, that's a really good. Um, I mean, I've seen the longest I've seen a dog take to go off leash is about 3 months, which again isn't that bad. But if you have some time to dedicate and you're dedicated to doing this, it can take under a month. Okay, especially now that's combined with what I show you above. So I mean, if you're already 2 3 weeks in dog training secrets, they don't want you to know about. Could take you a week to get to transition to be fully off leash. Okay. What are the benefits of off leash control? As I went over a little bit, it's the freedom that you give your dogs is one of the greatest rewards you can give a dog, if not the greatest reward for a dog. That freedom it gets to experience with you among your family without being yelled at every 2 seconds. Hey, get over here, Rover. You know what I mean? Milo, get over here. Whatever your dog's name is. Constantly yelling at your dog. The fact that your dog has freedom and trust together, that bond you have, is a great reward. Is one of the greatest rewards. It's great to be that person who has the perfect dog, and you will be that. If you want that, this is how you can. This is the gap to get there. Okay. It enhances your quality of life. Let me just fix that spelling there. Why does it enhance the quality of your life? Because you get to enjoy the dog how it's meant to be. You now have a dog in an addition to your family now, and it's living its best life because it's off leash control. It's trained. It's not a off leash dog. It's a trained off leash dog, and there's a difference here, and you'll see why. The peace of mind it gives you. Why you don't have to worry about your dog running away on you, getting hit by cars. You know that dog understands the rules and boundaries you've set, and it's happy to do so, and it's a happier dog. And again, it gives you more opportunities to enjoy your dog. What are opportunities? You can go to the mall now with your dog. Take it to off-leash locations. You can take it in stores off-leash and just walk around and follow you up and down the aisles. You can take it to family picnics. You can take it anywhere you want now with you. You can travel. You can go to dog-friendly hotels now, and you'll know you'll have that perfect dog if that's what you're looking for. How do I, so what your question now is, how do I train my dog off leash? So I go over that in detail. Look, you can train your dog off leash with the program you have now. You can wean your dog off the collars, and it's not hard to do that. Most people are finding it happens. It happens pretty naturally for most people. For people that don't have that yet, and you want a more advanced step-by-step process and all the things you can do off leash. Again, I call it my advanced program. You want to get my dog training secrets. They don't want you to know about the off leash section. Okay, so I'm calling that new program off leash secrets that they don't want you to know about. This is only for dog training secrets customers only. Okay, it's only for you guys that are on this page right now. I don't offer this to the public. I get a lot of, I have had a lot of questions about this just to go over a more advanced lesson on this. So I'm giving that to you now, and I made it for you guys. A couple test copies I've given to a couple people, and the response, the success rate has been amazing. So this is you can have the perfect dog with the program you have now. Don't get me wrong, and generally most dogs will naturally transition off leash with that without needing to know all the ins and outs because that's just how it's designed. But if you want the advanced, if you want to live it to the fullest, or if for some reason you haven't gotten your dog off leash yet and you have maybe a little more stubborn dog, this is for you. It's the advanced lesson. It's really great. It's affordable. It's a really great price I have on. I'm just going to leave it on because you're already a valued customer. And if you have any questions, be sure to message me. You can message me on the Facebook chat anytime you want. And if you have any questions on that, and I'm offering this video, it's in the similar format as what you have here, but just going over off-leash control. So basically, how to wean your dog off the prong collar. Here, let me go over what basically it covers. So, how to wean your dog off the collar. Okay, that's one of the sections we're going to go over. Let's see here. There we go. What can you do with off-leash control? Situations you can bring your dog in next because you have that off-leash control, okay? I'll only list a couple here because I don't want to take up too much time. why it increases your dog's lifespan. All my dogs live into their late teens. Why? They have no stress, and it's because of the off-leash control and the trust we've built. Step-by-step process on how to gradually move off leash. Let's see what I'm doing here. There we go. Advanced things you can do with your dog. Boundary lines. Meaning, let me see. Say you have a backyard that's not fenced in, you can show your dog, even when you're not home, how to stay within that area. I show you boundary lines. I show you how to, if you want to take your dog hiking off leash, if you want to go to the mall off leash, you know what I mean? Living with you in public, existing with you in public, how to go to the mall. I go over all those things. I'm not going to list everything. There's more here, but this basically shows you how to wean your dog off the collar and never have to use a collar again if that's what you're looking for. Okay, if you have any questions, be sure to message me. Otherwise, just click the buy button, the add to cart button now, and you can get it for, it's going to be, the price I have it at is going to blow your mind when you click this button. Enjoy, and if you have any questions, feel free to message me.